This is verb lecture number 8 on perfect progressive tenses, and this is our last tense of the unit. The perfect progressive tense is a combination of perfect tense and progressive tense. It is made with the helping verb have, some form of it, have, has, had, or will have, plus the past participle of be, which is been, and the present participle of the main verb, which is the ing form. The helping verb have is the one that's going to change. So this is the one you change to match your tense, whether you want present, past, or future, and depending on your subject, if it's a singular or plural third-person subject. The helping verb been does not change. It stays the same every time, and the present participle is the form you use every time. That also does not change depending on which tense you want. So just like we've been doing all along, if you want to make present perfect progressive, you're going to use the present tense of have, okay, plus the helping verb been and the present participle. This particular tense is used to state how long an action or condition that started in the past and is continuing into the present has been occurring. We use this tense for a very specific reason. So, it's a continuous action that is describing an action that started in the past that is continuing into the present. They have been playing soccer since second grade. Okay, so they're still playing soccer, but it started in the past, so we use present perfect progressive. Have been playing since second grade. Tells us how long. How long have you been doing something? That's when you use this tense. Or it has just been raining. It's no longer raining, but it has just been raining. So it started in the past, it continued for a while, and now it stopped. Okay? Those are the two instances when you use this tense. So to make it, this should look familiar. I have been running, you have been running, he, she, or it has. There we changed the has been running, and then have been running, have been running, have been running. Those are all the forms of your present. Present, perfect, progressive. Okay, so this is the perfect part, have been, and this is the progressive part, running. Past perfect progressive, okay, is a past action that's ongoing that was completed before another past action. So now we're sequencing events in the past, okay? So use the past perfect progressive for the one that happened first. And we make it using had, the past tense of have, plus been, plus the present participle. So an example, before the budget cuts, students had been participating in many extracurricular activities. We have two events that happened. The budget's been cut. This is actually, even though it's a present tense, this is something that happened, has happened before the budget cuts, okay? The cuts here is a noun, it's not a verb. So before this happened, students had been participating. So we have two things that happened in the past. The one that happened first is the one that gets the past perfect progressive. And had been with the ing is how you make it regardless of your subject. I had been running, we had been running. You had been running, you had been running. He, she, or it, or they had been running. There's just one past perfect progressive. The same with future. There's only one way to make it. You're going to use the future tense of have, will have, plus been, plus the present participle. And this, we use this tense when you have an ongoing action in the future that will occur before some other future event. Okay, it will occur for some specified time in the future. For example, by the year 2019, so I have a time, a date in the future, you will have been attending school for more than 12 years. Okay, so this is future perfect progressive. Future will, perfect have been, attending progressive. And again, it makes it the same regardless of your subject, singular, plural, or person. Will have been plus the ing. So when we compare our perfect progressive tenses, okay, we're looking at the verb to watch. Present perfect progressive, I have been watching the Patriots for 20 years. Past perfect progressive, I had been watching the Patriots on TV until I got season tickets. Two past events, I got season tickets, past tense. I had been watching the Patriots. Both events happened in the past. This one happened first, right? So this is the one that gets the past perfect progressive. Future perfect progressive, I will have been watching the Patriots for over 2 decades this coming fall. And here's your specified time in the future. This is an important piece in using future progressive. You need to have that time in the future. And the same with present perfect progressive, how long something's been happening. Okay? So will have been watching, have been watching, had been watching. Here's your formula. I know this helps many of you. So your present tense of have plus been plus the present participle, present perfect progressive. Past tense of have, which is had, been, present participle, past perfect progressive, that's up here. And then future tense of have, will have, been, and your present participle, watching, equals future perfect progressive. So, for your assignment, give me 3 sentences, 1 for each one of these tenses. Try and put those times in if you can. The verb I want you to use is an action that's something you like to do in the spring. Okay? And I look forward to your sentences.